on Music Choice. We're hanging out here in St. Mark's, New York, and you're coming in here with us to go shopping. So don't touch that remote, and we'll be back in 20 seconds. Start counting.
Somewhere in the crowded field of new music grows an artist destined to forever mark the musical landscape. And we're going to pick them. It's the show that's cultivating the next breakout artists. This is Fresh Crops.
Told you we'd be back. Come on. Let's go! Music Choice got to know Metro Station while hanging out in New York City doing what they do best.
We'll try to go shopping as much as we can, or if we get time, which is hard on the road, it sucks.
Or if we have money.
Yeah, if we have money, which is always a good thing to get.
Metro Station started back in 2006 when the two guitarists and vocalists of the band were introduced by way of their siblings who star on Disney's hit show Hannah Montana. Mason Musso and Trace Cyrus quickly developed a friendship through their music and decided to make it into something more. However, they wanted to do it on their own.
We're on something totally different than my sister's involved with, and it's just like a totally different thing. Like, we did this on our own, basically. Like, we were just playing shows around California, not knowing if anything was going to come about it. We were just doing it to have fun because we had nothing to do on the weekends, and it turned into like kids falling in love with our music, and it turned into a lot more. So
Mason and Trace then teamed up with keyboardist Blake Healy and recorded their single 17 Forever that earned them tens of thousands of MySpace friends. The guys took full advantage of their online reputation, using the site to find Anthony Imbrago, who unexpectedly became the final member of Metro Station.
They didn't want a real drummer. They just wanted like a guy to like play shows for them, like not in the band. So I was in another band and was like, no, this is cool, like I'll help them out. And then through that, since there was no pressure, you know, Trace calls me up like a week later. He's like, dude, I'm sorry it's not working out, you know. And then like 5 minutes later he calls me, we want you like in the band. So I kind of like, I don't know, won the lotto or something. But I knew when I heard 17 Forever, like, this is gonna be big.
Their LA fan base became so dedicated that they helped book Metro Station parties and shows around the city. What started as fun for the band quickly became a career once they were approached with the deal by Columbia Records.
Well, the day we signed
was like...
No, the day we knew that Columbia wanted us.
to get signed. I remember just first hearing the news and then being kind of like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Is this for real?
I remember when we signed the contract.
The day we signed,
We signed the contract.
I got butterflies, you know, it's just like, it was almost like you want it, it's there, and it's like, oh my god, I don't know if I can take that next step, but, you know, we did, and it was just like a roller coaster. The very day they signed, Metro Station began recording with Motion City Soundtrack, who produced 2 tracks for the self-titled debut album. Their major label popularity grew just as fast as their hometown fame, which landed Metro Station on various radio charts and well-known publications.
I used to work at a chart magazine, and then to go from proofreading the charts to seeing my band on the charts was insane.
The next step for Metro Station was to go on tour, which proved to be a much different experience than playing house parties.
It was actually kind of a bummer when we got to the big shows, and there's this fence, and we're 5 feet up, and they're 5 feet away from us. That's fun for us to feel like we're part of the audience and not just away from it, separate from it. Like, we like to feel like we're part of this party. That's how we want it to be. It's always been. It's like cool for sure playing with like bands who like we look up to and whatnot. And like we're like touring with like bands like Motion City Soundtrack, like riding on tour with like Good Charlotte Boys Like Girls, like having people like that, and you've been able to like be like, that's not even like a band I look up to, like that's my friend.
The guys at Metro Station claim that they've also been graced with their very first true rock star moment. I felt like a rock star when the first time I saw a Brawl being flung on stage. 2. Maybe it was 2. Could have been 4. Maybe even 4. We don't know. The thing is, that was a moment in my life
We will not forget.
It probably was from some
They were training bras, but it was still pretty cool. It was still great.
awesome. As crazy as their lives have become, the guys are confident that they're going to be together for a long time to come. We're definitely not perfect. We're just, you know, we're just all kids just trying to do it, you know, and we definitely have fights, but I love each and every one of these dudes, and I know they love me, and that's what's going to keep us together.
Since they'll be around for a while, the next time you see Metro Station, remember, you saw them here first, only on Fresh Crops.
We are so glad that you can hang out with us today on our edition of Fresh Crops. We're about to grab a bite to eat, so we gotta head out now.
Make sure you pick up our debut album, self-titled Metro Station. If you want to see more videos from us, go to Music Choice. Thanks for hanging out. Bye.
Thank you for watching this edition of Fresh Crops. If you like Metro Station, then make sure to check out these other hand-picked acts, the Wombats and the Black Kids, only on Music Choice.